Hello, hello, and thank you for joining me on JD the Ender. I'm JD, and today I'm going to show you how I ended the old Iron King. Now, you'll notice I'm airing these in no particular order, and that's because Dark Souls is to be played in no particular order, honestly, and we're just going to be covering the boss. So yeah, we're at Iron Keep. And I am going to teleport myself to the last bonfire. So, a few things I wanted to cover about the old Iron King and all of his madness. I'll start with the first thing though. You have to go it alone. And what I mean by that is essentially, I mean I've played this this game with some of the best players, and eventually someone's gonna get knocked out of the ring. And what I mean by that is this battle takes place in a molten fire pit, and you only have a very small area for you and your characters in your party to take care of the boss with. He's got a couple of different attacks that make it really difficult for you to stay in one spot. So my suggestion to you is take lots of health items, and also don't depend on anyone else to help you with this one. I mean, that's really not difficult to do with a lot of the Dark Souls or Souls bosses in general, and that kind of does take away the fun, at least the most fun aspect of this game that I like, which is, of course, playing video games with the types of weapons I've always dreamed about having and being able to use with my friends or fellow NPCs whom I can help out in the game as well. Speaking of which, we have one helping me out right here. Doesn't really do much. He might as well be wearing toilet paper because he doesn't have any armor, which armor rating isn't really that important in this game, but less arrows that you have to use, the better, in my opinion. So what we gotta do here, just gotta pull this lev. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Ooh, goody. Trying to make sure he doesn't get owned. Anyways, yeah, like what's the random dude with the bow and arrow naked for? I mean, I would think maybe it's just like a little bit of the comedic value. It's like, hey guys, here's the not vanilla version. Sorry, the vanilla version of this game sucked. Have a little laugh. I don't know, something along those lines. That's what I always like to think it was. Anyways, don't. What am I waiting for? I don't recall. I'm just wanting to clear the area. With Dark Souls 2, one of the wonderful things I liked about it is if you want to go back and take an enemy out 7 times, by all means do it, and that will make them disappear from the map. But yeah, like just kind of going back to what I was saying, like some of the best players that I've played with, either they will get knocked out of the little area that we have, a very small area, or I will. So, take lots of health items, don't stay in one spot, and you'll see here how we don't end up staying in one spot. I kind of like this area too, honestly. I mean, it's where you get like the swords, the katanas. They're kind of like katanas here. I'll have to do a video on those. I'm working on a build with those where I dual wield them, and yeah, I think it'll be pretty fun. Get some power stancing going on. It's a pretty fun thing to take enemies out with in this game, and I imagine it's quite fast. So you'll notice even my buddy here, once we go in, he gets pwned pretty quickly. I'm just waiting on someone else. So, gotta check everything, make sure I'm alive and stuff. Gotta eat my herb to get my regen rate for my stamina. Here he is. So you gotta fight a giant gargoyle guy. We'll do that. That's annoying. I like to stay. Oh, look at that. Goodbye, naked, not Indian friend. You shall be missed sorely. I think what actually happened was he got knocked off by this attack right here. It's always gonna. Ooh, yep, there you go. You try to hide in that little crevice area over there, he will knock you off with his laser beam attack. He has one that he does from his hand, and he's also got one that he does from his mouth. So if you stay up close and personal with him, you can just wreck his health, because he'll, one, not be knocking you out of the little fight area, and two, you really just got to worry about kind of dodging to the left and dodging to the right. If you stay right under him, he's got like this overhead like crush attack he tries to do, then he'll do like a swinging attack, and then he'll have like a fire breathing attack. So there's a couple of different things you got to deal with, but it's not as bad as when there's a lot of people, because there's just like so much going on when you have like 2 or 3 people in that fight. I don't know, it's just a personal preference. If you like to play with the NPCs and other people online, by all means, do whatever you feel you gotta. That's what's fun about Dark Souls. It's whatever experience you want to have. Not the other way around. I don't really know what the other way around for that would be, but there we go. You know, I almost feel like this is almost a ladder boss when you're going up it. I know it's relatively short compared to the only ladder boss that anyone could think of in any other video game series. You don't know what I'm talking about. You know what? I'll do a video about it. Let's see if I could. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Metal Gear Solid 3. There's this one ladder where you're going up to get to a boss, and it's like the ladder boss because it doesn't stop, or it feels like it doesn't stop. Like it's like a 5-minute ladder. Like even if you're going like full stamina, it's a really long ladder. The ladder boss. It's got some epic music playing while you go up the ladder. So enough talk about the ladder. Let's get to the old Iron King and see how it should really be done. Usually whenever I pause like this, because I am going back and doing the voice track for this, it's because I am making sure I'm taking care of my other responsibilities at that time before I jump in to a Dark Souls fight. It's like if you've ever tried to talk on the phone and do a boss fight in Dark Souls, it just doesn't work. It's kind of the same thing. Just trying to avoid that. fight begin. There's that sweep attack. He does that with both arms. There's the overhead crush attack. Coming down with that again. So you just gotta dodge roll. Just dodge roll. Dodge roll solves all the problems. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that health going down. Yeah. Alright, so I just want to thank you for joining me here while we go over my method of ending the old Iron King. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like. If you did, please hit that like button. The support is always helpful. And if you have any other comments, I would like to know what they are. So feel free to leave those below, or shoot me a message on Discord. You can also tweet me at JDTheEnder. I hope to hear from you, and I've actually got another video coming up today. I look forward to that. I want to make up for not posting yesterday. I'm trying to stay consistent with my posts, so praise the sun, and yeah, I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, I'm JD the Ender.